The City of Eugene wants to be prepared in the event of natural or man-made disasters. Eugene's emergency management staff work year-round to ensure the city and its partners are ready to face those disasters with an effective, efficient, and coordinated response.
As the emergency manager for the City of Eugene, I'm tasked with making sure that we're prepared for catastrophic type emergencies and or events. My role in emergency management is to make sure that the people who work for me help support that mission. In order to do that, we have to come together on a lot of different fronts.
I'm a fire captain with the Eugene Springfield Fire, and I've been on loan for about a year working with emergency management for the City of Eugene. My position is emergency management analyst, and as part of that position, I've been working on emergency operations plan, and that is basically documents that support large operations emergencies, things like earthquakes and tornadoes and ice storms. And I've also been working on developing exercise. Emergencies like earthquakes don't occur often, and so we have to be ready at a moment's notice for a major event like that. And to prepare for that, we do exercises or drills, if you will. And these can be very involved and involve a lot of people and a lot of planning. And the idea is that we would be ready at a moment's notice to stand up an emergency operations center or an EOC and manage the incident above what I normally would see in the fire department. As a fire captain, I'm used to responding to incidents and dealing with problems, and they might be large enough problems, but they tend to be resolved just by police and fire. As an emergency management side, my view has changed in that I see how important it is to coordinate all these different entities to fix larger problems such as an earthquake. There's public works, there's police and fire, but there's also utilities, there's policy group that is involved in making decisions on how to spend money, and that coordination is what the EOC does, and that's a really important part of what we do.
One of the ways that we hone our skills, test our skills, and build our skills or our experience is by working with our partners in the community. And the City of Springfield, the University of Oregon, and Lane County are some of our emergency management partners that we work with on special events or actual events. If there's a winter weather situation or if there's a impact on our resources, then we can go or we would go and help support them in their mission, and they would also come help support us in our mission.
From my perspective, having worked on these kinds of things for a long time, it's been nice to see this get to a point within our communities that it's really effective and it's a useful tool. I think that's one of the things that the City of Eugene's done well, is see that need and recognize how important it is that we don't work in siloed departments of police, fire, and public works, but we actually bring the whole community, our whole city effort into responding to large, significant events.
Part of my job, my responsibilities is public outreach and bringing tools and resources to our community to help them become more prepared or disaster resilient, because in doing that, I'm helping them become part of the solution rather than part of the problem in the face of a catastrophic disaster. First responders will already be overwhelmed. In recent events, Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Sandy were fine examples of when first responders were not able to go to work to do their job. We have a lot of tools or a lot of programs that we provide to the community, and that includes the CERT program, the Community Emergency Response Team program, and Map Your Neighborhood is another one, the 5-step neighborhood disaster planning, and that's a tool that helps them build disaster plans within their neighborhood and helps them as a group come together and talk about ways they can be more prepared in their neighborhood.
So one of the things that really gives me a lot of comfort is knowing that the City of Eugene supports this emergency management program and that it's important to them, not only because they've brought on professional help and given staff assignments to specifically work with emergency management to make sure we're better prepared, but a lot of the people that come and help us on an ad hoc basis to run our EOC and things like that, and our staff are working very hard to be prepared at home so that they can be available should we have a disaster here in the city.
On the personal level, I have to be prepared for really any circumstances. So I need to make sure that my home and my family are prepared with all the supplies that they need, from drinking water to food to backup power if that's necessary. so that when we have a seismic event, I'm able to step away from that and move into an EOC and be able to function and not be worrying about what's happening at home.
When we get involved in large-scale disasters or emergencies, things like that, they're going to go for extended periods of time. It's important we've thought that through, and so that we understand what it means to us, what we can expect, so we have some understanding of what we need to do and where we need to go with it. As we start to work down those paths to understand what it is we need to do, it's very important to the city of Eugene and the people that live here that we're effective when we need to be. And I'm not talking necessarily about the daily activities that go on at the police or fire departments. I'm talking about the bigger things that affect all the departments across the city and how we can come together and make considerable effort in supporting our community, the people that are here, helping them survive some of the most trying times that they will probably ever experience in their lives.
For more information on how you can be prepared in the event of an emergency, go to eugene-or.gov/emergency management.